Alrighty, we're going to do a quick little tutorial, what I hope is a quick tutorial. I'm going to try to keep it under 15 minutes of my favorite video editing app. It's called PowerDirector. There is a free version of it. The free version is okay. It's decent. The paid version is $35 a year. It's a subscription thing. Let me stop right here and tell you all that I do have a speech impediment. When I start talking fast, it kicks in real bad. Forgive me, I'm 42 years old and I've never been able to correct it, no matter how much speech therapy I have been through. Alright, so we're going to pull it on up. It brings you to the home screen. We're going to start a new project. Gives you ratio options, horizontal, vertical, or 1-1. 1-1's new. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. Probably will eventually. And it brings you to the main screen. Just like any photo editing program, this program works on building layers. So we are going to, first thing we're going to do is we're going to create the first layer. These little icons up here represent your files. You've got video, photos, and music. Music's if you have MP3s that you want to add on to the back of your videos for background noise. I haven't messed with that because copyright on music files is so insane that it's not even worth it. If I want music, I just upload them to TikTok and swipe music from there. So I'm not going to mess with videos either today, because they generally require a lot of editing and things, that clipping and cropping, that I don't necessarily really want to get into today. So what we're going to do is going to make a little video photo slideshow. And that's quick and that's easy, and it gives you kind of the gist of the program. So I tapped on the photo icon. These are all my different photo files. And I want the one that says SnapBridge because that's the one that is the album for my digital camera when I upload photos. So we've got SnapBridge. I'm just going to tap on it, and it brings up a list of all my photos on there. So I'm going to select them, and I select them by tapping on them. There's a plus button and a play button. The play button is for video functions. That's so you can hit play and preview the file before you select it, just to make sure you're selecting what you want to. No need to preview a photo, obviously. We can see what the photo is. So I'm going to add it, and then I'm going to slide down, and I'm going to add the next one. If I don't slide down, it puts the photos in front of each other instead of behind, and that can mess up the order that you want to display them in. So slide down, slide, another one, another one, another one, another one, and the last one. And that's just going to give us like a quick little slideshow. Alright, so now you can see these little black and white things. I'll try to bring it in closer so you can see a little bit better. I don't know how bad it's going to good it's going to get them with the black light, but these are your breaks. And this is what the spacing looks like in between each video when you play it. And right now, I'm going to play it. It's just going to be kind of choppy in between each video. So we're playing, and then it jumps to the next one, jumps to the next one. This pause button stops it from playing, so that's what I just did. I'm going to back it on up to the front. So I'm going to tap this, and what this does is this adds cool little features in the breaks to make it just look more interesting. Start with the fade. That's the most simple one. And then the blur is real simple too. They're under basic, so that would be Y, because they are pretty basic, but they're nice and it's a good aesthetic and it works real good in a crunch. Go back to fade. And then we're going to play it again so you can see what it looks like. So now we've just got a softer little transition in between each photo. Right there. That's another fade. Now it's going to show you the blur, what it looks like when it blurs them. So again, just a nice little soft transition. Alright, pause. Alright, now we're going to go back. It's easy peasy to change them. You just highlight it again. So now we're going to do with something a little bit more dynamic, for lack of a better word. We'll do the one that says fragments. We'll add those in. What was that? Geometric? 3D. Fragments. And I'll show you another one. Why not? We'll go on over the geometric since that's what's pop up. We'll do shutter because that looks nice and bright. And we'll do another shutter. Alright. I don't need to change the rest. This will be just fine. So we'll start from the beginning. And see, now that's a little bit more, yeah, got a little bit more going on there. Well, that was pretty cool. You can sit here and play with these for hours. I'm telling you, the whole app's like a game in itself. Alright, so there. That gives you a brief overview of the feature involving the brakes. Alright, so now we're going to go back and we're going to start from the beginning. Now that I have all my files in and I've got my brakes filled, then we are going to go ahead and we're going to add our first layer. You do that over here, just like on Photoshop. That's your layer button right there, and you tap it and it's asking you what you want to add onto this layer. Do you want to add text? Do you want to add another video? Trust me, that doesn't work. You're just overlaying one video on top of another and one blanks out the other. But it is, side note, it is how you do pixel and pixel 3, you know, with picture in picture with the little picture up in the corner. Again, another demo for another day. Today we're just going to add some text. These are all your different text options, just like the brakes. Some of them do really fancy things. We're just going to go with your basic default, which is text that stays exactly where it is. It doesn't have any effects. I went too fast, sorry. Tap to edit. Simple, just the way it sounds. Tap to edit. It brings you the screen where you enter your text. I am going to just put in my store name. So, Gypsy Chic Art. Alright, hit enter. And now we've got some text. Alright, and the next option with text is to hit that little T right there, and that takes you to the menu where you can make all your changes. I'm sorry I'm so wobbly. I don't know how to do this like tutorial videos, so I'm doing the best I can. Alright, so we got some text. And these are all your options. First one is your font. Alright, this is where we gotta talk for a second. The downside to this app is that it is Japanese. They're updating immediately, but the updates aren't always in English. So you kind of takes a little while for these Japanese fonts to eventually get English translations to them. It's okay. You can still work with them. The way the imaging of the characters are is pretty much how your font is going to look. So it's kind of just to test her out and see how it looks and play with it. Let's try this one. Yep, see, now it's a little curvy, a little bubbly. Pretty enough. That's what we're going with, because again, we're moving pretty fast. Just like the brakes, you can play with fonts for hours. Now we're going to choose the color. Real simple. You just go over here, choose a color. I'm going with blue because it always pops out real good. This key right here lightens or darkens the shade for you. You can see how it's up and down. We'll keep it right there. This one down here is the one that makes it transparent. We don't want it transparent. We want people to see it, so we're going to turn it on up. We've got alignment down here, bold and italics. We'll center it. We're going to call that a day right there. So now I've got font. And I can move it around and I can place it anywhere on the screen that I want to. I'm going to put it down here. That's always a nice, neat spot. But first, I want to make it a little smaller. You can resize things. It's real simple. Just tap on the corner, and you can drag, and it gets bigger, and it gets smaller. It gets bigger, yep, and it gets smaller. Whoop. Whoop. And it, oh yeah, it twists around too. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to leave it big so you all can see it. We'll put it down like right there, and we'll hit play so we can see what it looks like. And now I've got some font. Oh, but now the font is gone. Why? Because it's only that long. The box is how long it plays. So we want to make it the same length of the video. That's super easy. You tap on it, the little blue highlight appears, tap it, and you can drag it. And then it's longer, and it's longer, and it's longer, and now it's the whole length of the video. Boom. Just as simple as that. Alright, ready for the next step? Now we can get even fancier. We can add another layer. Alright, now we're on layer 2. We're going to put some more font. Now, see how it's right there? And all that's black? That means that this little text box is not going to pop up till that video hits 8 seconds. I'll show you all in a minute. We're going to make it go from 8 to 24. Right there, I'm just going to leave it right in the middle so that it's easy to spot. We're going to tap to edit. We're going to enter some text. Sorry again about the angle. I am doing the best I can. We're going to put follow on IG. I should probably capitalize that G. Alright, follow on IG. Alright, now we've got follow on IG. Remember before how to do it? I know you remember. Just tap the text button. Menu pops up. We're going to make this bright pink. That looks pretty. We're going to change the font. I mean, there's tons of options. I didn't go all the way down, but I mean, these are all your options. On and on and on and on and on and on and on. That one looks good right there. I use that one a lot. We're going to make this one bigger so you can see it. Look, so there we go. And we're going to make it bold so you can especially see it. There's other things that you can do too that I'm not going to get into today. You can see this little screen right here. This is your font screen right here. This one outlines. You can outline the letters in different colors and, you know, do that kind of fancy stuff. And then this one down here, a drop shadow, so that it makes the font kind of pop out on the screen. Let's do a drop shadow just for fun. I'm a big fan of them. Alright, so we're going to turn the shadow on. There it is. Just like that. Boom. We'll make it a little closer. That actually helps you see it on the camera too. You can change the colors of it. We're going to leave it black. Alright, so now we've got this weird little bubble that I'm using for display that actually looks kind of dookie-ish, but that's okay. Alright, so now let's play it again. Oop. Make sure we're playing it correctly. Alright, so play it from the beginning. So now we've got that. Next photo. And then boom, that just pops up in the middle. And sits there awkwardly until 24-second mark, because that's when I stop it. And cut. Alright. Last layer for this particular tutorial, just to show you. So we'll do one more layer. This time we're going to do something super fun. I love the effects. The effects are this little smiley guy right here. And there are hundreds of them. Again, you can play with it for hours and hours and hours and hours. There's little Halloween ones, there's Christmas ones, there's heart bubbles, there's moons, there's stars, there's literally everything you can think of. we're going to add the particles because they kind of look like fireworks. So, and you can play them, and then again, see, this is what it looks like. So we're going to add those. And it went on layer 2, which I didn't really want to, but that's okay, because I just want you to see. Alright, so, boom. See that? Now we've got glitter coming down in the background. And when I'm telling you the list goes on and on and on and on and on, it really does. So, last step is going to be processing the video. Real simple. You hit this little button up here in the corner, produce it. First thing it wants to do is save it. You hit that. It gives you options. My camera is not Ultra HD compatible. It will make an HD video through this app, but it's no different than 1080, so no use in wasting your memory, and you hit produce. And then it just does its little thing, and it loads up the video. And once it's loaded up, it will fall into a file in your photo album that is called PowerDirector. You just bring up that album and it'll have all your videos in there that you can upload to Facebook or to TikTok or to Instagram or wherever you want to use them. I thank you for bearing with me as I do this first tutorial. If you all want to see another one, I'll be happy to do one. I'll be a little more practiced. I can do one a little bit longer, you know, kind of take time with it, maybe like a 25-minute one where I can show you video editing and all that good stuff. But this just kind of gives you a basic idea on how cool this app is. Good luck!